water signs. This one's for you. Okay, eights and twos. It's carrying over into the water signs. Eights and twos are significant. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This reading is for you, but you know, take what resonates. You don't have to be a water sign to take these messages, all right? We don't exclude here. All right, what do we got going on? I feel like grounding is very important for this collective. I keep feeling like someone's yelling at me to keep my feet planted flat on the ground while I'm doing this, so I'm going to pass that along to y'all as well. Okay. What's going on for this collective? I know there's something that needs to come out of here. Don't fight me. Don't fight me. What does this collective need to hear? You're keeping us all in suspense. Okay, we go from 0 to 100 here. Oh, just rolling with the punches. We're just rolling with the punches. Literally, if you don't roll with the punches right now, you're going to drive yourself crazy. I feel like two different things are coming through. One is you don't know what to expect from day to day, and it's really throwing you off with this unseen card. The other is I feel like things are just being thrown at you, and you're being tested on how you're reacting. For some of you, you're very rigid in your thinking. You're rigid in decision making is coming through, but just routine. Like there's a serious, strict routine I feel like you've picked up. But it's also coming through as like you have a very rigid plan, like a 5-year plan, right? And we can have a general idea of where we'd like to be in the future, but if we try to control our circumstances and make it follow a plan, that's never going to work out the way that we think it's going to. So just being reminded that you can't control every little aspect of your life, even if you'd really like to. We can't do that. So for right now, if things have been just kind of chaotic, if you're not really understanding why things are coming through the way they are, or presenting themselves the way they are, this confusion is being triggered by your lack of just going with the flow. So the sooner you can release control a bit, the easier it is to ride the current. All right. What else do we have going on? Okay, almost. It's so funny because these decks are definitely fighting me for this reading. I just saw 333 when I said that. But I also feel like you're just like fighting the current and fighting things that are thrown in your path that like if it's not immediately lined up with the way that you envisioned it, then you're immediately rejecting it. And you're like, it takes you a bit to kind of warm up to, okay, this isn't like what I expected, but I'll give it a try. King of Swords. Yeah, you like thinking your way out of things. Stubborn and logical. Any more for my water signs? Okay, yep. If you find yourself, because we've got the Moon card, which pairs very nicely with the Unseen Oracle card. When you find yourself going through these periods of not knowing which direction you're going, something throws itself in front of you and it really throws you off, you're being encouraged to go inwards. And this is going to help clear out this confusion for you. Go inwards, but I'm also getting like be patient and compassionate with yourself as well. I feel like you're heavy-handed when it comes to yourself. Like you're more accepting of other people than you are of yourself. Ooh. Okay, we've got the Two of Swords in the progressive, and we've got the Devil on the bottom. Yeah, you just get stuck sometimes in this like endless loop of self-doubt. It really feels like it's coming through as self-doubt, but also like just self-hatred is a little too strong of a phrase, but like a downgrade from that. Just lack of appreciation for yourself. So funny, they're facing opposite directions. Oh. I feel like when you realize something is off and something needs to be tweaked, you're like immediately searching for what it is that's been thrown out of balance. I also feel like this comes with a sense of like things are never going to pay off. Like if you have this idea of manifesting and you feel like you need to be in this vibration and anything that throws you off is like going to seriously affect the end goals, then you're not going about it the right way. These expectations that you put out for having like perfect behavior and perfect reaction to things, it's very unrealistic to expect that kind of like just non-reaction when life is life and it throws you curveballs. So again, I mean, the big energy, the big takeaway that Spirit would like you to hear from this message, because this card is in the middle of this reading, is go inward, do some meditation. For a lot of you, I think meditation is going to help you. Now, if you're not familiar with meditating, if you haven't actually like added this to your practice, I feel like a lot of people think it's a mountain because they think they have to get to like perfect silence and do it the right way and have some grand realization at the end of it, and that's not. Like if you can set aside 5 minutes even to start with, if you don't like, just not focusing on anything, try starting with a low number like 5 minutes. I can get lost when I meditate now, but when I started, I mean, I was chronically on my phone. I was chronically trying to distract myself in some form or fashion. Now when I meditate, it's like I'll lose track of time if I don't have a phone or something around me to ground me back in reality. But you're really being called to just sit with you and figure out why things trigger you when things don't go your way. Why do you think you're not going to still get to where you're going, even if there's a little hiccup along the way, a misstep or something? Really try to pinpoint where these insecurities are coming from, because this is going to help you along the way to just be more flexible and start trusting that the universe has your back. Okay? Okay. All right, water signs, it's been real.